Yeah. What's going on, man? Welcome back to another episode of First and Foremost Podcast. Here with Bacon. Hold on.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on? This is First and Foremost Podcast. You are tuning into the one and only hottest podcast streaming live right now, 7:30, man. It's going to be a great time. I don't know what's going on with Najee's mic. Jerome will take over from here, man. This is a two-man weed right now.
It's all right, bro. We got this. Hey, we're gonna pass it off to you, my boy, and let you do your thing. But listen, man. Hey, what's up, Eric, man?
What's going on, Derek?
Appreciate you being on. Appreciate all the listeners right now. This is the First and Foremost Podcast, as you already know. We got Naj having some difficulties, but he'll be back on. We got my boy Bacon right over here, man. I'm Jerome Jones, man. From Inside the Hashes, Bacon Network. Dang, I keep doing it wrong. Bacon Network and Najee TV, man. But we're excited to be in here. As you see, we are live on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that. So make sure that you put in your comments. We'll put the comments on here, just like my guy right here.
Ooh.
If you have anything you want to talk about, let us know, man. This is what we talk football, bro. This is football. We got basketball. We do all that. So everything in Georgia. We try to do a little bit nationally as well, but mainly Georgia for now. But man, I'm excited about this. How you feeling, Bacon?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling amazing, man. I'm on top of the world right now. Anytime I'm on here talking with my brothers, I feel on top of the world, man.
Yes, sir. Now, as we talking, let's get I'm gonna call him a third member because he's just a little late. So our third member, Naj over here. What's going on, Naj?
What's good, man? Can y'all hear me? Is everything good?
Everything's right here, brother.
All right, man. I don't know what was going on, man, but I had to fix it, man. So yes, the host is back, man. Appreciate you filling in for me, Jerome. Man, we excited to be here, man. We got our two great guests here with me, man. Love doing the show with them, man. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, man. Did you guys do your first and foremost?
No.
What's going on? Okay, good. Okay, cool. I ain't want to overstep. Yeah. But yeah, man. Let's do first and foremost, man. Let's start right there. I'm going to you first, Jerome. I know you always got some heat. It's usually around Michigan, but what's the first and foremost, man?
Before we do that, I want to mention this comment right here.
Okay.
How you feel about the upcoming team in Douglas County? Let's get that quick question in there real quick. How y'all feel about Douglas County, man?
Well, hey man, look, I'm gonna tell you what, Derek, man. Get your popcorn ready, man. You might act like you finna go to the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and get the first row, man. Like you're going to a marquee game. They open the season against Cedar Grove. That is the nightcap in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. First non-Gwinnett Cobb matchup as the nightcap. Man, that's gonna be off the chain, man, between them two teams, man. That's gonna be a lot of fun, man. So y'all go check that out, man. That's gonna be fun. My quick thoughts, I'm gonna throw it to you, Bacon. I think they're gonna have a good season. We had on Aaron Gregory a couple weeks ago. Yeah. If you want to, go back and go look at that. Check all of our socials right here. We got the interview from that fully loaded, man. So check that out. Their 5-star wide receiver. Definitely go check that out, man. But I think it's going to be interesting. Who's going to be the quarterback? I think that's the biggest thing.
Yes.
If they got a competent quarterback, I think they got a potential chance to make a nice deep run. They got so much talent on both sides of the ball. James Johnson blowing up in recruiting. Aaron Gregory, the running back is elite. Jordan Breeze, Carter. They got so many weapons, man. They're gonna be a tough force, man. So I like the standing 6A gonna be tough, but I think they're gonna be a perennial playoff contender, in my opinion. What you think, Bacon?
Yeah, man. I think state, like I said, depending on what the quarterback they get, they're going to be state bound for sure. The matchup versus Cedar Grove is going to be nothing less than box office, man. It's going to be amazing to see. Name we left off Ladarian Williamson, defensive tackle, man. But I think he plays a little OT, but definitely defensive tackle, man. Definitely a name to know and watch out for, man. So it's going to be a show, none the least, at Douglas County, man. Get your popcorn ready. My popcorns I already got a couple bags popped. It's already locked and loaded. Extra butter. Not a lot of salt. We're getting older, man. You know, say definitely don't want any of that diabetes. But yeah, man. So that's my thoughts on
Bacon's
these
spitting
things.
right now. Bacon's
Come on, man.
spitting.
Come on, man.
Bacon's
Come on.
spitting.
I need a mic
Nah,
right now.
yeah, that's kind of gonna be that team, man. Whoever the quarterback is, I honestly think they're gonna probably bring somebody in. That's near here to say, but man, they're weapons on both sides. We were talking about Aaron, everything, man, and then we got Derek's son, Dre Redding, man. He's an under evaluated wide receiver. I think he can do some great stuff. I know he's working really hard this offseason. Him and his dad are trying to get him up to that level. So, man, I think they got some dogs over there. Deep at wide receiver, deep at running back. That quarterback position is still in question, but I know they're trying to bring somebody in. I could feel it. So that is kind of gonna be nice. And obviously, Kane's out there training these receivers, getting them right all season. I don't doubt that group's gonna be fire. So
Facts, man. Stay tuned, fans. I got some news. Who is definitely not going to be the quarterback? Well, that's going to be a possibility that's going to be playing for Douglas. Definitely not. He's a top quarterback in the nation. So stick with us. Stay tuned for our segments, man. Stick with us, fans. But I'll pass it back to you, Naj.
Yeah. My boy Bacon about to break some hot fire tonight.
Just a couple. Nothing too crazy.
Breaking it live. So y'all gotta stick around. Y'all can't just be coming in and out. Y'all gotta stick in here because he's about to break something crazy.
Yeah, man.
No doubt, man. Y'all definitely stay tuned, man. Then we're gonna always have breaking news, man. I wanted to start the show. I kind of got messed up. But we'll save it for the end, man. What first and foremost is all about, man. We'll talk about that a little bit later, man. But let's keep going. Excuse me. We address the comment. Appreciate you, Dredrick, for commenting. Appreciate you supporting the show. But let's go ahead and do our first and foremost. We'll start with you, Jerome. What's your first and foremost tonight, man? What's been standing out to you this past week?
First and foremost, man, those playoff games, man. Great games. I can't complain. And Buccaneers beat us down. The Packers beat down the Cowboys, which I'm not gonna lie. But listen, those two teams deserve to be in there and to be where they were because they had some really good games in the divisional round, man. I'm looking forward to seeing some more. I think it's going to be an interesting Super Bowl. I don't think there's there's one team that I think is clear-cut the best.
Lamar and the Ravens.
Not gonna lie. They look like the only team that's probably just going to take it all. We'll see. You know how the NFL is, but all the other teams seem kind of fairly even. I think it's pretty cool to see like a playoffs where all the teams are fairly even. You know, you have some teams a little, closer than others and things like that, but usually you have like two teams on both sides, and they're all gonna go all out and probably go all the way. The Eagles a couple of years ago, Chiefs last year, Eagles last year, and the year before that it was the same deal. So like you kind of like have a feel like, hey, it might not be the Chiefs this year. It's obviously not the Eagles anymore. So now you have a little bit dynamic. So the 49ers look like they're receptive to losing as well. So I'm excited about this, man. I'm happy that it kind of turned out the way it was. Obviously, I want my team to be in there, but as a football fan, I thought it was great.
No doubt. What you got for us, Bacon?
First and foremost has to be the Atlanta Hawks news, man. There's no secret DeJounte Murray's he's in the airways right now. It's been confirmed by some sources. I think Naj knows that DeJounte Murray is confirmed that DeJounte Murray will be moving out of Atlanta. Be shocked that it doesn't happen. And the two teams obviously that's in the favorite is the Lakers and who's the other team? I heard the Warriors yesterday, just off this regular news source, but DeJounte Murray is definitely moving out of Atlanta. That is my first and foremost. Also want to add in, first and foremost, the South Carolina Gamecocks are up on the Kentucky Wildcats right now. Talon Cooper is leading the Gamecocks with 11 points. Rob Dillingham leading the other side with 11 points as well. But that's enough of my take to you, Naj. What you got?
Yeah, my first and foremost, man, got to be the McDonald's All-American roster. We're going to talk a little bit about it in a second, but some major players that we got to see that we're going to talk about in our three-man weave from OTE is going to be there as well. So we can't wait for that. But that's my first and foremost. That came out today. Ace Bailey's obviously on that roster. So just can't wait for that. And that's going to be a lot of fun this bit to see who's going to be able to, be able to play. And actually, Sharman White of Pace Academy is going to be the head coach. So shout out to him, man. One of the greatest coaches, high school coaches ever. You know what I'm saying? So continues to do his thing, man. And I think it's really, really intriguing.
Team USA coach as well for a high school kid. That's impressive.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, man. But yeah, appreciate the comment again, Dedrick. Lions going to the Super Bowl. We're gonna find out. They got a big test, man. I don't know. I can't go that far. I gotta see golf be able to perform on the road. Like being in that dome and that stadium is one thing. Being on the road in Santa Clara, California, when it could potentially be rainy, wet, and getting under pressure. He hasn't really been pressured that much.
He's been to the Super Bowl though, right?
Yeah, he's been to the Super Bowl, but it was the requisite weapons though. He had like Todd Gurley,
they got David Montgomery, Gibbs. They could put the ball on the ground now.
Yeah, but let's see him perform in high state.
Okay, for sure.
Okay. If the Lions goes to the Super Bowl, there's gonna be some fireworks in Michigan, bro. That state is feeling it themselves right now, man. So
go ahead and spill the scoop. Go ahead and spill. Don't spare nothing, brother. Don't spare.
That's funny. Yeah, but let's keep it rolling, man. Let's go to other big commitment news, man. Tae Harris decommits officially from Georgia.
Yes.
I think this is major news, obviously. Kirby Smart was right back there to go see him a couple days later, so I think that's really, really intriguing as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be something to watch. He visited Georgia Tech this past weekend as well. He just got an offer from Clemson. They're very high on him, the program itself. So it's interesting to see where he goes, but I think it's smart. Like, you're a junior, you about to come up on your senior year, just kind of evaluate tests, see what's out there. Like, don't necessarily be committal so early because you never know how that process can kind of change. So I think it's good, and then he can kind of evaluate everything and see where he ultimately wants to go.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I seen him not too long ago at the Elite Georgia Classic, and when we was talking, he was talking about like Georgia very highly, but you can kind of see that it might be a possibility that he would decommit. He kind of alluded to him not being set there, so it wasn't really a surprise for me. He went to I believe I forgot where he was. He at the Classic with the LSU gloves? He was somewhere with the LSU gloves, but he was spotted with LSU gloves not too long ago. So that kind of gave me an idea, like, hey, he might not be fully committed to him, but like you said, Kirby Smart going to one blanket on the school.
Cedartown.
Yeah. Kirby going to Cedartown, going to see him and check on him, and I thought that was a really cool move. Especially when somebody just decommitted from your school, you know what I mean? Like, hey, let me go check up on this kid. Let me make sure he's
Power
good.
move.
So 100%. I agree. Jerry, go. Okay.
Tough. I would say I just looked at his Twitter, man. It looks like Ghost Malzahn. Is it Ghost Malzahn, UCF? I think. Yeah, they've been on FaceTime calls, so it looks like everybody's in the pot here, man. It's gonna be interesting to see. I know Cedartown's got a history of getting a lot of big time UGA recruits. Nick Chubb. They had a linebacker class of 2020, 2021 that went there. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man. But definitely a high talented player. We gotta wait and see. I mean, how much are we gonna put into the glove thing, though? Players in
not
the glove.
Too much. I don't put too much into it, but like my circle, I'll be like they are kind of speculating. I try not to do all that as well, but like sometimes they be like on point. A lot of this. So I listen to my resources. I keep my eye open. Like I say, I don't put too much stock into. You're right, but also like when I start hearing stuff, I'm like, it might happen. And they were just like, I don't think he's gonna stay at Georgia. So, and usually sources stay usually right. So
true.
I try to, again. I don't like the rumor. I like to know. Like I like to know when something's happening. Like if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then I'm not like, oh, I thought you said this. Like that type. So I hear what you're saying.
Not true. I like to look at gloves as index and the indicators on charts. Usually it works. Sometimes it doesn't.
That is a good point. That's a good point. But we're gonna keep it rolling. Some other big news. This is transfer portal news in the college. Julian Sayin officially transfers to Ohio State. What does this mean for Prentice Air Nolan, the 5-star quarterback, one of the top quarterbacks in the state of Georgia? I'm going to start with you, Jerome. What is your thoughts on this move? And what does that mean as a whole for your very bitter rival?
I hate it as a rival. They also got Caleb Downs as well this past week as well. So two big Georgia guys in their Ohio State. I'm not happy about that, obviously. But man, I don't know. I don't know how to take this because what this means for Air, because I talked to Air during the Elite 11 last year in Atlanta. He was wholehearted, like dead set on Ohio State. Messing with him a little bit, being a Michigan fan, like, hey, you could have came to Michigan. But no, he's dead set on Ohio State. He was fully committed, so I knew he wasn't going to decommit at any point. He just seemed set on it. But the fact now that Justin Sayin's in there makes me wonder. I think the transfer portal is closing soon, I believe, in a couple of weeks. And then they're gonna have the spring one where the portal open back up in the spring. I don't think he will move right now. Because I think he just got on campus too, which kind of sucks for him. But I also think that it could be something that we can look at in the spring and revisit in the spring, because it could be some movement there. We'll see. I mean, at that point, the teams are already kind of like practicing that. You get an idea of like, all right, where I'm at on this depth chart, how much reps I'm going to get, especially at the quarterback position, because number 2 quarterbacks and stuff like that don't get as much reps as a lot of people think. They don't get as much. So the number 1s are usually in there a lot more. And when if you're split, then that's one thing. But if you start seeing like, hey, my reps are going down, what's going on? Then
so you think there's no chance?
So it might be a spring situation where we will see something happen. I don't know, but I don't know. I think Air really wants to be there. I'm not gonna lie. So, what you guys think?
So yeah, I mean, but to my question, do you think there's a chance that he can possibly be out the competition, or do you think it's a wash for year one?
It's tough because they just got a quarterback in there from a transfer portal. I forget his name, to Ohio State. So obviously both of them most likely not going to play year one. Then you got the year after that where they're probably going to have to compete, and then that'd be a second year that whoever went out was going to not play. So do he have a chance? Yes, he does. I think he's talented enough. Justin Sayin's on a different level, to be honest, in my opinion. So I nothing against Air. I think Air is really good. I think Justin is a little bit better in certain areas. And just think about how Ohio State plays. They probably want Justin Sayin. I think he scheme just a little bit more. What you guys think,
though? I mean, that pretty much sums it up for me. I think he's a better quarterback. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a coach, you got to roll the best QB. Push come to shove, you know what I'm saying? You still sit till sophomore year. I mean, I'm not in the camp or the family, but that's just my perspective on it. Obviously, he's a talented quarterback. Are there many places he can go right now and start as a freshman? I don't think so, especially with the transfer portal and return players. So there's nothing wrong with sitting, especially learning the playbook. What'd you say, Jerome?
No, I said it's tough to start as a man. It's tough. Right. It's tough. It's starting to be like the NFL in a sense. Well, how the NFL used to be, rather.
Pro style offense. That's a fact. Yeah. So, I just think nothing wrong with sitting, learning the playbook. Obviously, he's talented. Get that year under him. Learn the campus. Learn with all the mill halls, or what do you call them? I ain't been out of college that long. The calves are whatever, and you know what I'm saying. Fall in love with the camp, fall in love with the playbook and the whole atmosphere, man. What you think, Nash?
Yeah, man. I think I think this reflects on Ryan Day a little bit, right? I think the long-term thing here is right. This team is in win now mode, right? So it's imperative that they get this quarterback position right. They don't got no choice, bro. They got Junkins, one of the top transfer portal running backs on their team. Trayvon Henderson, I believe, is coming back. They got Emeka Buka coming back. They landed one of the top receivers in the country in the 24 class coming in, right? They got one of the best defenses in the country as well that hit in most statistical categories. So what this speaks to is who is going to be Ohio State's quarterback. I think it's a free for all until they decide. Really, you don't know who it's going to be really until about probably after spring ball, right? That's when you kind of know, okay, it's getting solidified. You kind of know who's going to start. So I still think Prentice Air Nolan has a chance. If he balls out from the onset, he got a potential chance to start. Now, that's no disrespect to Julian Sayin. He's going to come in ready, locked, and loaded too because he wants to compete and contend for a job. What I do think, though, is potentially, maybe not now, but one of these guys, whoever loses the job, if they do stick it out within that first year, that second year, whoever loses the job, they're probably going to transfer out. It's probably what we're going to see, unfortunately. But I do think it does make it tougher for Prentice Air Nolan, but iron sharp as iron, man. So it's like for him, why would I back down from a challenge, right? I've seen what I was able to do in high school. I went to an Elite 11. I bowed against top quarterbacks in the country. I ain't scared of this moment, right? This is the school I want to go to. If you go back and look, I think as Jerome mentioned, he's very dedicated to Ohio State because he said what they're able to do with the black quarterback. We're seeing it. Go look at it. Now, Justin Fields, he's had, I say, a decent NFL career so far. We got to see him in the right scheme before we say. But go look at CJ Stroud. Look what he just did. All right. Just went to playoffs. Just beat the Browns. They unfortunately lost to the Ravens, but Ohio State has a track record for good quarterbacks. So all that's going into mind. That's one of the reasons why Prentice Air Nolan actually committed there. So I think he's going to stick it out. I think he's going to end up winning the job. We'll see if it's this year. I think
he could see it.
Win the job. No disrespect to Julian Sayin. I'm not saying the kid can't play. He's a 5-star for a reason. But I think mindset-wise, I think with the success they've been having, I got to go with him. That's just me, though.
Hot takes. First and foremost.
I rock with it. I rock with it.
That's just me.
Yeah. Did you guys hear about Justin Hayes, though?
Nah.
I heard there's a possibility transfer to out of Alabama.
He's already at Alabama.
He's going to transfer out.
Oh, that makes sense, though. Yeah. I mean, the new coach, that makes sense. Yeah. I don't know where he's going to go. He got to hurry up, though.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, another Georgia guy used to play at U for last year, right? Yeah, last year. Had a productive season as a freshman. I'm hearing some rumblings about him possibly getting out of Alabama too. As long as it's not Ohio State.
Yeah, Jerome, you might take 3 L's, you know what I'm saying, from Georgia. You got Prentice, who's the other kid from Caleb Downs, and what's the name? Harbaugh might come to Atlanta, but we'll see.
That's a good point. All right, Bacon, you had a big segment this past week, man. So obviously before you reveal your bombshell, you had hold on, I want to make sure I get this right. It's not a day in the life. Don't tell me yet. Hold on. It's what's in your bag.
Bag
with Darnell Kelly. So just tell us, man, how was the interview, man? What did you enjoy about kind of talking to him? A rising sophomore quarterback, as he mentioned on his Twitter. Go look at it at Darnell Kelly, the creative QB. He's now number 1 in the state as far as just passing yards and how all that stuff goes. So just what's your thoughts? How was the interview? What did you enjoy about talking to him?
I just want to say first and foremost, this camera couldn't have come in the clutch. I'm trying to hurry up before Jerome comes back in because that's gonna steal my cute box. But nah, man, just a great kid, man. But got the swagger on him. Good, great family. You know what I'm saying? It was fun. It was fun going up there. I had my cameraman, my partner, Ivy Films, Overeem, I think is his first name. Forgive me if it's not, brother, if you see this or if you're watching. But yeah, it was super dope, man. Just kind of got to see, just got to peel the layers a little bit, kind of see who he is, what I'm saying, outside the helmet, the pads. Like I said, super chill, real cool. It's got some things in the bag, man. I'll save it, let y'all see it in the episode. But this was the big news that I got, man. So I wish Jerome would come back. I'll save it for when Jerome comes back. But yeah, man, it was dope. Real cool, man. Real super chill, man. Yes, sir. So I was getting All right, Jerome. Here's the news. Here's the news, Jerome. I waited for you to come back for this. So officially, Darnell Kelly is locked in with Peachtree Ridge. There's been some rumblings about him. DC, Douglas County was after him hard. Buford, Cedar Grove was after him hard, but he is 100% confirmed. He will be at Peachtree Ridge next year, man, in 6A, doing his thing with Dorian Barney, Coach Roddy White, man. Yeah, that was the biggest news of the night. But yeah, super chill, man. The episode will probably be out end of this week, a little over, trickling over in the next week. We'll see, but it'll be coming soon, man. So stay tuned to the network, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I got.
Go, Jerome. Go ahead.
No, bro, that's fire. That's fire though. I like, man. He doing his thing on Peachtree Ridge, man. I love that kid. Met him about two summers ago. You know, he's really trying to fill out his body. He's getting a little bit bigger now, so I think that's really cool. But man, he's a player, man. I would have loved to see him at Douglas County. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, that would
fire match.
He goes to DC State.
Yeah,
State,
I mean, it'd be him as one of the favorites, if not the favorite.
One of the favorite. Come on, bro.
It's not the favorite, but no. I think that I like the fact that he's saying that his stomping grounds. In an age where a lot of these kids are just being recruited different places and moving around, and I know now Georgia got the NIL stuff going on, so I know some of that kind of influences some kids now. I don't know how deep we are in that right now. I know it's fairly kind of early with the NILs in Georgia, but I know that stuff's going to start influencing a lot of people to start, being recruited like a college and, transfers and this and that. But for him to stay at Peachtree Ridge, I think that shows a lot of loyalty. It shows a lot of humility in a kid, not just going to, do the LeBron thing and just staying back and letting your growing around your team.
Right.
Oh man, I remember that. So I hated that. Anyway.
Nah, for sure, man. Just what I'm saying, it's a real. I like to do little stuff like that, kind of, especially with the NIL stuff coming out, the little brands the kids can plug. Like you had the Wee Ball towel with what's in his bag. Like I said, man, I was a freshman at Langston Hughes. They brought 2 boxes in. I had to grab me some. So so that's gonna be on the episode. But like I said, is there any other players that kind of wants to do anything NIL, plug themselves? I'm not gonna guarantee anything. My platform is just my platform. Who sees it and who responds to you. That's the universe, that's God, whatever you want to call it. But nonetheless, if you want to have a good time, create content, and get yourself out there, I got you. I'm your man. We'll make it high quality. Man, we have some Sony's, Canon in the room, so we ain't shooting no low budget productions here, man. I had my little you should see I had handwritten in my my call sheet, not my call sheet, but my shots and all that stuff. like a real what's his name? Spike Lee. Or I can't remember the director's name for Boys in the Hood. Mike Singletary. I think. Yeah, I was in my bag.
John Singletary.
In my bag. What did they say? Singletary?
John Singletary.
John Singletary. God.
Yeah, Mike's the football player.
Yeah, John Singletary. I was talking about John Singletary, man, / Spike Lee. But yeah, man, it was a fun time.
Nice, man. We love to hear that, man. We appreciate the news update. That is big. As you mentioned, he was hot at the rumors on the recruiting trail. Just, teams want him. Obviously, I think he'd be a good fit to any of those places. And he take them teams from great teams to elite teams, potentially winning the title, winning it all. So great point by you, Bacon. We appreciate you being on the ground, man, and, revealing that and doing the work that you do, man, in your free time, brother. We know how hard it is with the 5 a.m. wake up. So we definitely
dread it, bro.
We already know, my brother. So before we go on to some news and some bombshells you got, Bacon, just any more recruiting news updates y'all have seen that y'all want to address tonight that kind of thing caught y'all eye a little bit?
Oh, yes. There's I probably have saw it. There's a DB. It's a high school news. It's a DB from North Carolina. I think Fayetteville. Because he put Dreamville, North Carolina, so I can only relate that to Fayetteville, home city of Hall of Fame rapper, one of the best in the game, Jermaine Cole, J. Cole, Cole World, man. His name is Dwayne McNeil. He is coming all the way from North Carolina to Cedar Grove. He's got a lot of well, Coach Domo from Jonesboro, he put him out, he retweeted him. So anything Coach Domo co-signs, I'm definitely with it. So that's another.
Hey, share the screen.
Yes, yeah.
How did you even see this, dog?
I see Coach Domo, man. From Jonesboro, I follow him and he retweeted it.
Yeah, share screen now, dog, if you can.
I got you.
Right.
I be on my phone and Twitter way more than I need to be. I don't know.
That's how you get the news. That's how you get the scoops. What you mean? That's part of the industry.
Nah, for sure. But I definitely don't like being on my phone as much as I do. Am I sharing? Excuse me. This is the first time I've shared my screen.
Well,
bear with me.
Bottom where it says
present
window. Yes. Here we are, fellas. There you
go.
I'm sharing. Oh, this is like an out of body experience. But here we go, right here. Dwayne McNeil.
You got to click off of our screen.
Yeah, you got to click off of ours. Go to the other one.
Oh, okay.
Come on, noob.
Yeah.
No. Go to the tab that you're looking at.
You go to your tabs.
My tabs.
Yeah, tab. There you go, dog. Yeah. So hit the plus.
Yeah. Bear with me. Here we go. I gotta sign into my Twitter again, bro. This is not the move.
we gotta get making a tutorial on all this stuff.
Yeah, man. I ain't finna, you know what I'm saying? We gonna go into all my personals. I'm gonna feel naked on here, man. Just take it for what it is. Take it for what it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's the update. We'll circle back and get this right, man. I broke the news.
We got an audience, dog. You can't be sharing updates with no thing.
But look, though, I got to sign into. I can't be signing in to people. Come on, bro.
Sign in now. Sign in now. Get back on there, you know.
Yeah. Just can't buy me some time.
We are live, people. We are live.
Live and direct. I got me over here sweating.
We're live. This ain't recorded. This ain't pre-recorded.
While we waiting on Bacon to figure that out, what other news did you see, Jerome?
I don't have much, man. Like I said, I've been always this week has been a little bit more focused on the Senior Bowl right now, so I don't have a lot. I got like some snippets of what's going on. My literally my brain's been on the Senior Bowl, so I do apologize. It's a lot of film studying that I've been doing so we get these interviews right. But when we get down there, it's gonna be fire, bro. So if you guys are follow us on Inside the Hash, just make sure you follow that. Any drafted players or stuff like that y'all want us to talk to, please let us know. We'll be down there next Monday. So next week.
Nice, brother. We can't wait to see the content you get, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Well, Bacon, I'm gonna show you how to do it real quick, man, because I can't believe y'all didn't talk about this. This is major key. I did a video on it.
I'm here right now.
Showing it with y'all. So here we go, right here. Bang, bang.
All right, go ahead.
Y'all can see. Broke yesterday. 4-star wide receiver Devin Carter is officially decommitted from Florida State. This is huge. His dad went to Florida State, so he is a legacy. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's big. I had a guy comment on my video, and he was like, well, I think, Florida State might have got a little bit lazy in the recruiting. His name wasn't really buzzing. And like I said, man, that's interesting. You got me thinking a little bit because it's like, this is a big name. Like, this is one of the top dudes in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? I think you're already top 6 in the class of 2026, according to 247 Sports. So this kid is big. And so it's going to be interesting to see where he goes. As we was talking about earlier, Jerome, with just recruiting and them taking their time and deciding what they're going to do. I think that's the same thing here. He's young. He's coming off a sophomore season. He's going to be just entering his junior year. Probably wants to see everything. And he also, guys, got this big offer today. Boom. The rival. As y'all can see. Got Miami. So
that's not going like that.
Hey,
That's not going like that.
Nothing like that. But hey, they offered him
But
today.
listen,
So it is something to see, something to watch. That's my thoughts, man. What is y'all instant reaction to him decommitted for Florida State?
listen.
Hate to see
At
it.
the end of the day, it's for the kid. Sometimes especially when you're younger, man, you try to listen to your parents on certain things, and I understand that, parents have good influences. I'm not saying don't listen to your parents, but the influence from at Florida State probably had some stuff to do with it. It wasn't really maybe clicking with him, or maybe the coaching wasn't, it wasn't clicking with the coach, whatever. Maybe a certain situation, that was gonna happen, didn't really happen, and commit a little early, and then stuff like that happens. So I get it. We see it all the time when guys commit early. Sometimes when that time starts getting a little bit closer, you're like, I want to kind of explore my options. And I also know how it is to be a kid and be able to like go to different visits on different schools and stuff like that. And some of these schools don't like that. Some of these schools don't like when you're visiting other schools when you're committed. So understand some kids decommitting to really get a good opportunity to look at other places, get some other feelings, and I'm sure he was still just as he was with Florida State. So as it's probably prevalent to him getting the Miami deal right after. So I just think like you said, Naj, committing it early, it's not always set in stone. So when you see somebody commit, don't put it in. I don't put any big stock into it until they actually sign the paper. So you never know.
100% agree, Jerome. Couldn't say no about. What's your thoughts, Bacon? You've covered Devin pretty hard, man, these last couple of years. You got a pretty good relationship with his pops and him as well. What's your thoughts, man?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm kind of neutral about it, though. I do like to see some of the legacy. Like, oh, my pops went here. I'm gonna go here, go crazy. He's talented. Florida State's they're trending in the right direction right now. To what you said about them not maybe getting lazy in the recruiting process, I can see that, man, because you didn't see him too much out. You know what I'm saying? On trips, visits. I think I might have seen him like once go to Tallahassee, but it is a big travel distance. But these kids travel, so tighten up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they could get them back. But like you said, like Jerome said, a lot of these early recruitments don't get too hard and set in it because they're kids, man. You commit to a school. Now it's like it's gonna be wishy-washy if I go on these recruiting trips. You a kid, man. I want to go to UJ. I want to go to Colorado. I want to go to USC, California. That is maybe South Carolina, but definitely I'm gonna. That's another discussion for another day. But yeah, so you want to see the places. So you want to get those life experiences. You're only going to be 16, 17, sometimes 15 to 18, and going to travel like that as a kid. And it's different. So yeah, I can understand.
I think the biggest. No, go ahead, Jerome. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, because I'm gonna get off topic. Go ahead.
No, I wanted to be quick. All I'm gonna say is, I agree with you, Bacon. I think that goes back to the school, like you said. I mean, I'm not trying to bring him up, but Kirby Smart does a good job. He visited like 10 schools in one day, going all over the state, right? Flying his helicopter, going to go see kids, seeing them out of state, recruiting a kid, constantly at Camden County. That's not close, that's down south, that's far. So I agree with you. I think when you had that time, because I think it opens up for coaches as soon as like that January window, like mid-January, you gotta take heed with, especially with a top guy. Like you can't play like if you got a commitment. Let's just say, for example, real quick, a Tyler Atkinson, number one player in the state for the 26 class. You guys commitment. You guys constantly check in with them. Invite them to visits, dinners, whatever, man. Go in and do a in-home visit. All that stuff matters to the player, man. And you build and cultivate a relationship.
Yeah.
No, I agree. The topic that I was going to get to, we talked about it earlier. I just want to kind of go back just a little bit. I forgot to say, Tae Harris got a offer from Clemson.
Yes,
he did. Yep. We talked about that earlier. Yep.
Did y'all mention that? I don't think I didn't hear that, but he did.
You might have been out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He just got Clemson offer. So look into that. Like I said, LSU, one of them that's trying to really get him. So Georgia's still trying to get him. So there's a chance that he go back too. with them. So I think he's trying to weigh his options for sure.
Most definitely. Most of brought up Clemson, South Carolina head coach Shane Beamer and Coach White Smith, defensive coordinator for South Carolina. They went and saw John Tae today, man. So that was big. You know what I'm saying? I think it's South Carolina, Clemson, Georgia Tech. As of per on 3, I think and 247 that they're super warm on his profile. So you know what I'm saying? That was people coaches getting around right now. They're on their great migration, like Kirby flying helicopters on the road, hardly home. You know what I'm saying? They're going to secure these recruits, man. So I had to put that out there.
Yeah, no doubt. Great point out by you, Bacon. That's what you got to do, man. Top recruit. I think, if I had to say where his top is at, I think it's Clemson, South Carolina for Jonte. I think Georgia Tech is in there as well. Georgia's up there. So top 4, probably Georgia, South Carolina, Clemson, and then Georgia Tech. I think those are his top schools right now. He's not going to come out and say it, but if I had to say schools he's been on campus the most that he enjoys, looks like, from the outside looking in, I think it's those 4. But we're going to throw it to you, Bacon. I think you got some news for us potentially, or something in the way in the water, just circulating a little bit. I know you've been waiting. So what you got, brother?
Nah, I mean, the bombshell is postponed. I haven't heard anything from sources to release this information. However, folks, I do have some sprinklings of good cheer.
Okay, what you got?
We've got a Parkview. I'm not going to say no names. I don't want to cause any uproar here, but Parkview is apparently supposed to get a highly talented sophomore quarterback to move in. I think once we hear this name, we'll be like, I should have seen this coming. But we'll keep it on the DL. What else I got? Oh, actually, since we're on this, I might as well share my screen so we can see.
You ready this time? Are you ready this time?
I think so.
We teaching our brother Bacon some new things, y'all. So y'all bear with us, man.
Entire screen.
Bacon sizzling right.
I should have did this the first time. I should have did the entire screen.
Sizzling news, man. You gotta say your moniker, Bacon.
It's just as the news, man. Rain, sleet, or snow, just as the news, man. The young man's name is Dwayne. Are we good? We good on my end?
I don't see it pop it up, my man.
You don't see it popping up?
Nah. Did you present it?
I could have sworn I've done it. We'll run it back one more time.
Present, then share screen.
Yeah.
This is the last time.
All right, here we go. There you go.
Here we go. All right.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, he did it.
Yeah. Hey, let's get that sound. Let's get that sound, Jerome, real quick.
But here you have him, folks. Dwayne McNeil. Next chapter is Cedar Grove. We'll go to his full page. As you can see, he's already switched it to Decatur. But the other day, it was Dreamville, North Carolina. Like I said, by way of Fayetteville, I'm assuming. So, you know what I'm saying? Junior season tape. Oh, you can see the film right there. We might as well blow it up for the people.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, man. High level film breakdown. We're gonna wait for the next one. Obviously, he got the sack there. All right, playing a little slot.
My man said, "Watch this."
Okay. A little hands-on man here. All right, maybe next play. Playing a little safety too. Okay.
Huh?
Yep. A little T-step.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Fought through the stiff arm for the tackle. We'll watch 2 more plays here. Like he's in the linebacker position, real multiple on defense. Yep. Blows it up.
An attack. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Maybe 1 or 2 more. Maybe 1 or 2 more. 2 more. Playing safety.
You like what you see?
Yeah. The more I like, the more I watch. But also, see, last one.
Man.
Outside DB, look like the X. He's playing a little zone here. Oh, I like that. All right.
Okay.
That's another. Because I'll get to saying 1 more. We wouldn't watch the whole tape. But 75 tackles. Man, yeah, great play rec, man. 75 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 1 sack. First team all AAC, man. So stay tuned for Dwayne McNeil, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to Cedar Grove for pulling this off. Stop screen. Yes. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Old dog can learn new tricks too, ladies and gentlemen. Even though I'm only 26, I'm old soul. I think it was one more, but I can't remember nothing right now, folks. But I dropped 3 little bangers here tonight, so we'll put it on ice till I remember, man. So yeah, but stay tuned because there is more coming. Just we gotta wait on the word, man. Make sure everything's good. I don't want to just come on here and blow my cover. Then we won't be getting no more bacon bits. You know what I mean? So just keep it on ice.
You're right.
I respect, brother. So y'all go keep it locked on Bacon Network LLC on Twitter at Bacon Network _47 for that news. I'm sure it's gonna be dropping soon. He gave us some gems tonight, man. So we appreciate that to wrap up our football segment. That's what we got right now. We're about to transition to our co-host Bacon for the 3-man weave, man. That's all we got. Y'all comment below, man. What's your thoughts on all the football news? We appreciate you, Judge, for tuning in. VX Toxic Money for tuning in as well. And y'all want us to address the questions that y'all have in our shows, man, definitely comment below. Just questions you guys want us to answer. Also, on social media, y'all can DM us as well on that as well. But for the 3-man weave, I'm going to toss it to my boy Bacon to lead us. Swish. Left-handed.
Draws, left-handed, man. Come on, man. We ain't new to it, but this is, ladies and gentlemen, the 3-man weave, man. The hottest thing going on here, man, right now is this game right now. 11:29, the second half. South Carolina is up 13 points on the number 6 ranked Kentucky, man. I just want to put that out there. Rob Dillingham. This is a dead play. But anyway, the hot topic of today, the biggest news out of high school hoops, I'm going to pass it to Naj for this because he's better with pulling stuff up, is the 2024 McDonald's All-American roster. And ladies must go first. So let's start with the ladies, if you don't mind, my good friend.
You said the ladies or the ladies?
Yeah. The ladies, the women.
Oh, gotcha. And I know what angle you was going for there, brother.
Nah. Hey, ladies, can I hear y'all? Single ladies, make noise.
Hey, I had to make sure, man. So we're going to share the screen real quick with y'all.
Yeah.
We'll start with the ladies. I'm surprised, though. Like, it was 3 players I thought could have been there for the ladies. Danielle Carnegie, Danielle OSU, or Brianna Preston. All of them phenomenal players I thought could have possibly made, especially OSU of Grayson. Like, she's been balling out, had a quadruple double this season.
Yes.
I just don't know how she didn't get on, but we're going to share the screen so you guys can see right here, right now. So this is the first one. Michaela Blakes, Kendall Dudley, Joyce Edwards, Kaylee Heckle, Zemariah Jones, Kate Koval, Madison McDaniel, Olivia Olsen, Zania Zaka, Nujimin, Sarah Strong, Silas Swords, Barry Wallace. That's the first roster. Girls East. Girls West was Amari Berry, Jelani Cambridge, Justice Carlton, Morgan Shelley, Avery Howell, Jordan Lee, Olivia McGill, Mariah O'Neill, McKinley Randolph, Ariana Robertson, Kennedy Smith, and Ali Zabel. So, what is your thoughts on the roster, man?
Boy, you sound like a principal named out the names at a high school graduation. He did a great job. He did a great job. Hold a round of applause for the last name. Nobody ever listens. But I'm going to start with the number 2 player in the nation. What's her name? Edwards is her last name. Joyce Edwards, man. She's tough bucket by way of Jerome's hometown, Camden, New Jersey, man. She's a tough bucket.
Oh, that's not New Jersey.
You got any intel on that, brother? In your hometown?
No, that's South Carolina. That's Camden, South Carolina. That's different Camden. There's Camden, Georgia too.
It's Camden, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I have to go correct my article now. But she's a 6'2". She does it all, man. She is the she is South Carolina's highest rated signee since number 2 Raven Johnson, who's on the Gamecocks right now, class of 21. And get this, man, she's the highest rated prospect from the Palmetto State since Aja Wilson, man, who's going crazy in the WNBA. She just won her first WNBA ring. No, not the first, excuse me. I think it's her second that'd be NBA ring, man. So she's tough. Her junior year, she averaged 28.5 points, 13.6 rebounds, by way of leading Canada to the 3A state championship. And get this, man, she also won a gold medal at FIBA U19 World Cup alongside Chloe Kitts, who is there now. Moving on to fellow South Carolina Gamecock. I'm highlighting the Gamecocks right now because I write for them, but bear with us. The other lady is, what is her name? She's a number 12. Her name is Madison. I can't remember her last name, but she's also another talented player, man. She's kind of like, if you've been watching the Gamecocks, you obviously should. They're the number one team in the country right now. She's kind of a mix between Tahina Pow and Malaysia Football. She can shoot the ball, she can stretch the floor, but she can also get downhill, and she's not afraid to play against contact. And so, you know what I'm saying, stay on high notice for those two names they're gonna put on the show at the McDonald's All-American game. Who else is a name? Did anybody else stick out to you on this list, Naj?
I think for me, let me see. There was another name that stood out. I like Olivia McGill. She's real good. Nice game. And Justice Carlton, I like her game as well. Those two kind of stood out to me from Hopkins, Minnesota, and then Seven Lakes, Texas. Those two, I think, have really good games, different levels. I really enjoyed seeing them on this list.
And Miss Maria, I think it's how you say her name? The center. That's Shaq's daughter. Yes, sir. Mariah, excuse me. Mariah O'Neal, man. I think that's who. No, is that her in the photo? I don't know how these girls be looking. Some of them, the ones I cover. But you know what I'm saying? She's obviously got a high pedigree, being Shaq's daughter. She's super talented. I see some of her films. She can definitely play. She should also be a name that's gonna put on a big show at the McDonald's All-American game. We can transition to the men, brother.
No doubt, man. So we're gonna transition to the men. We are very familiar with this one, so we're excited to break this one down as well. But we'll start with the boys. Jalil Bethea, John Bowl, Isaiah Evans, Cooper Flagg, Boogie Flan, Ian Jackson, Liam McNeely, Tahad Pettiford, Drake Powell, Jaden Quitnitz, Derek Queen, and Bryson Tucker. So we'll just start with this boys East before we go to boys West. I think for me, obviously, we got to see him, man, up close and personal. Isaiah Evans, man, he's a lot of fun to watch. We know how elite he is, what he can do on the floor, man. Kids next level, he takes it serious. I think he's just one of those players. Like we always ask, like, why won't the superstar go guard the other best player? He don't care about none of that. He gonna go guard the other best player. So I think that mentality is gonna set him apart. Some people he might rub the wrong way, man, but not everybody's meant for that mentality, man. I think he is going to do good things at Duke, and obviously he's going to have his teammate with him, future teammate Cooper Flagg, at least for a year, along with him. So those are the two that stands out. John Bowl as well for overtime elite. We got to see them. We'll talk about them a little bit in a second.
Yes.
But just being there to see him in person as well, that's going to be kind of fun to watch. But those are three that kind of stand out to me.
Facts, man. I think this kind of you saying that this is going to be the kind of the matchup, the New Jersey versus North Carolina. Obviously, you got the Duke teammates versus the Rutgers teammates on the other side. You got Arius Ace Bailey versus help me out, Naj, from Bosco, NBA player's son, Harper. Dylan Harper, yes, sir. That's gonna be box office. That's gonna be something to see, man. But the question here is, and for you as well, Jerome, you're hopping in this, man. We've seen a lot of Cooper Flagg on number one on the list, man. I like to debate the difference. I think Ace Bailey is the best in the class of 2024, man. Y'all gonna co-sign that? Y'all think Cooper is rightfully the one at number one?
I gotta see more of them.
Gotta see more.
I don't have enough information to be able to tell you, but
no worries.
Listen, man, I'm trying to get up there, though. I'm trying to get. Listen, y'all put me on the game. I love this, man, because it puts people like myself on games. So I'm learning just as much as our viewers, man.
Most definitely. What you think, Naj?
Yeah, man, I think he clear cut, man. There's no disrespect to Cooper Flagg. Obviously, he's elite. He's good at what he does. I've seen a player comp of Andre Karolinko for him. Some said it was disrespectful. But I think he mirrors his game to a little bit of a degree. I'm not going to say he's going to be that kind of a player, but I think he does. Ability to shoot, rebound at a high level, defend, and also can get to the rim, finish around bigger, smaller defenders. He can do a little bit of everything well, man. I think he's going to be a real good player But it's no disrespect, man. We see Ace Bailey up close and personal in that game. We'll talk about in the Milton Classic, man. I mean, he dropped like what was it, 33 points on 4 dribbles. Like where are you hearing?
Yes.
Everybody got to dribble the basketball, right? It's dribble, 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 hop, step back, step back. Oh, me. 4 dribbles and you drop 33 points. That just goes to show you, like, he don't really need the ball in his hands. He can play off the bounce. How many guys can you say that about? That's what we always say with hoops, man. Like, can you affect the game in other ways? Like, he didn't have to touch that much of the ball to get his shot off and score that many points. That says a lot. So I 100% agree with you. With those points, I think he's the number 1 player in the country. And I think he's proven that, man. And it's no disrespect to Cooper. He's great. But I think Ace is the number 1. And just on this list real quick, I think what also stands out to me, Zoom Diallo, got to see him up close and personal, prolific prep when he took on the team from North Carolina. He was very impressive. VJ Edgecombe just committed to Baylor. He's another impressive 5-star player out of Long Island. He's going to be also very fun to watch. Dylan Harper, Bacon, Trey Johnson. I want to see a little bit more of him. Haven't been able to see him, but in the big classics this year, in the Palms Classic, and all the major national tournaments that Link play in, he was playing well. And then Carter Knox, man, that's another player I think that's very, very impressive. Overtime elite. I think he plays for RWE. Just impressive everything he's able to do. In the last 2, Aiden Sherrill and Darion Reed, man, all them boys can ball. Seeing Darion Reed be a McDonald's All-American is great. If he would have stayed in Georgia, I think he would have made this list as well. But just awesome to see, man, and happy for these players.
And definitely, Darion Reed, man, the first McDonald's All-American by way of Augusta, man. So that's big. He's definitely a hometown hero out of Augusta, Georgia, man. That's inspirational for all the kids back home. Anytime you see somebody from your hometown that's putting it on a big time like that in the first one, it just sets something off and inspires me. I remember here in my hometown, Alec Ogletree, you may remember him, got drafted by who did he get drafted? I think it was the Rams. Played for the Bears as well, man. When he got drafted, it was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Everybody felt like they was going to go to the league, but you got to work. But, you know what I'm saying? When you see somebody from your hometown do it, especially one of the first to, you know what I'm saying, your knowledge it just sends a shock wave through the community. He comes back every year, does turkey giveaways. So I'm saying that's big, man. But that's the list now. Who do you think is going to win, man? Just looking at it, I can't remember. Pull back up the Cooper flag in them side real quick. I'm looking like I'm gonna go with the East, to be honest with you. Boogie Flan's a prolific scorer. I don't know. It's gonna be close. I got Ian Jackson. It's gonna go to the West. I mean, I think Harris Bailey, Zoom Diallo. This is tough. I had to put my money on it. Man, this is tough, bro. I think I'm going to stay with the hometown boys. I'm going to go with the West. I know I said East, but I was thinking it was flip-flop. I'm going to go with the West. But the East team is no joke, man. Jaden Quintons is a monster on the glass, real good defender. Derek Queen he was once the number 1 class in 2024. Now he's top 10. Ian Jackson is a good long-range defender. Boogie Flan, like I said, is a prolific scorer. Isaiah Evans is a prolific scorer. So it's going to be tough to beat this team. But who you think is going to win? You going East or West?
I'm rolling with the West, man. I think the West is a little more loaded. I mean, obviously.
Think so?
Yeah, I mean, Derek Queen can ball. Like you said, Jaden Quintons can ball. Isaiah Evans, elite scorer. Cooper Flag, also, really good scorer. But if you look at the West, they just have a little too much to me. Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper, Trey Johnson, Carter Knox, Darion Reed, Aiden Sherrill, Zoom Diallo, VJ Edgecombe. They just got too many players, man. I ain't saying they ain't gonna be close, but I think they got the edge. That's just my
Okay, for sure. So we'll move on to the OTE, our experience and our adventures at OTE. First, I want to say, man, OTE, if you're a content creator, a journalist, it's like a kid in a candy store, man. We applied, me and Nige, so we went down there. Make sure you know where you're going, because on them cold nights, man, it's no joke to be walking around Atlantic Station. You know, you know where you're going, but
it ain't matter of fact, I'm about to let you go back and go on your point. I'm gonna give you a tidbit if you do go. Okay? you don't got to park in the other lot. Listen to me.
Yes,
a lot of time. I parked in red. Go to Atlantic Station. Go past the Dillards if you're gonna go park there. Go park in the P1 parking lot, okay? Park your car wherever, in the green, the blue, the whatever, the red. You can park in the red. Bro, literally on the first floor, just walk right across, bro. That OT is right there, Okay, you don't go up, you don't get in that way. It's right across. So right across the parking lot, just go straight. OTE Arena is gonna be right there. They got media part, and then they got the fan part. So if you're media, go to media part. Fan part, go to fan part.
Easy
But that's
access.
the time right there. Just go straight across.
Facts. Most definitely. I'll tell you, bro. I walked up and got literally right there by OT. I looked at my email. I said, "Oh man, I gotta go to Peak One." Walked back, and then this scene walk across. I was like, "Man, I'm just gonna double back." But we made it in there. But anyway, like I said, kid in the candy store type of feel, man. They don't let you. They kind of let you do what you want, man. I mean, of course, you got different parameters, but they're super open with the interviews of the players, man. The players come down. You know what I'm saying, they give you a time, man. You get this. We went down to the court where we interviewed Matt. We saw Romelo getting up shots, man. It was just like you really feel immersed in the OTE culture, man. Peyton, Big P was down there. Shoot, who else did we see down there? We saw Nas got he didn't really chop it up, but he did. He said what's up, and he acknowledged him. Spider, Donovan Mitchell, man, that was crazy. That was crazy.
I mean, he looked at me like he knew me too. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "What's up, man? What's poppin'?"
You know your brand big, bro.
Huh?
I said, you know your brand big.
I wish it ain't that big. I wish, bro. But yeah, that was smooth, man. I ain't gonna lie, that was cool. Just, you know, he was a cool guy. He was there to watch Eli Ellis, as Bacon mentioned. Just a phenom in the game, averaging the most points, 35, I think, a game right now. He went off for a 50 piece in that game that they ended up winning.
Second time this month,
man. Just one of the prolific scorers in the game. And I just like it seemed like, I'm not gonna lie, Jerome, it seemed like an NBA facility, man. It really do, man. It's just a different kind of a feel. It ain't like high school ball. You know, obviously, you know, they got school. Like if you want to do school there, 11 to 3 o'clock. But it's really like you almost look at it as an academy, man. Just a little bit more advanced, in my opinion. Just maybe one tier below college basketball. Not by much, though. It's right there. Some of the facilities is better than maybe even some NBA teams. Like, they know what they're doing. And the crazy thing, Jerome, only 3-year existence. That's it. So where they are, to have the players that they have in there, and the level that it plays at, and we both got really good games on teams that aren't even that high. Like, obviously, they got the talent, but they're not having the best seasons. We still got 2 great games, man. So you don't get much better than that, and they really do a good job, man. I think once you plugged in and you know some of the guys there, man, they treat you like family, man, and it's easy money. So me and Bacon definitely gonna try to get out to some more games, especially playoff games. But we were very thrilled. Isaac Ellis, his brother, had a good game as well. Jaseen Felton, Seton Hall commit. He balled out with 19. Nazir Cunningham was going to Alabama. He was there. I don't know why he didn't play more in that game, but that was interesting. And I was really impressed with Dominic Stewart. You know, he can really shoot the ball going to Penn State. I mean, just a sniper extraordinaire, marksman, can stretch the defense. Got to get all eyes and hats to him. But yeah, it was a fun experience.
Facts. Who else you pretty much named everybody. Yeah. Right now I'm trying to search up our man, bro, who we met. I'm trying to plug his social right now. I'll find it before we get off. But yeah, man, super dope experience, man. Like I said, I recommend anybody who's really trying to get down there, really trying to, you know what I'm saying, even cold, if you have no journalism experience in terms of like covering at a high paced level, you got just a Twitter, man. You really want to kind of carve out your own niche, talk to some people who's been in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Go down there, even if you're young, man, if your folks let you go down there and just work, man. But I'll try to be there as many home games as I can. Same thing with College Park Sky House. But I like OTE. Just a wee bit more, man, because like I said, they're open. They give you the pamphlets, give you the coaches information, tells you what they're about, stuff like that. They even cook you up with little knickknacks, man. But definitely
good organization right there.
Man, top flight, bro. Top flight. I mean, it's funded by a lot of the NBA players, like Donovan Mitchell's heavily invested. Kevin Durant's a big investor. I believe Carmelo Anthony's invested into it as well. I think he said Steph Curry.
I think so. Yep. And then the season opener was sold out. The crowd's electric. This is how they got the whole thing, man. It's a real safe environment. It's right at Atlanta Station, man. So whoever came up with the idea, it was genius, I think, in my opinion, and they're gonna make a lot of bread from it. Like, and they got multiple arenas. They got 8 teams. They expanding next year, trying to expand next year. Bacon, we need to even mention that. Trying to expand with 4 more teams to 12. So this thing is getting bigger and bigger. And the only reason why we bring it up, Jerome, go look up when you get a chance. Maybe when you get off air tonight, go look up 247 Sports, right? I want you to look up top basketball recruits on 247. Everything you going to see, OTE, overtime elite, overtime elite, overtime elite, overtime elite. You be like, what the hell is that? That's what me and Bacon went to. I thought it was just a team. It's a whole league, bro. So, it's big time. And the good thing is, last thing on it, it's not just like high school, Jerome. And I think you see a lot of guys like, think about it, Jerome. On a nightly basis in high school, how many times you go play a D1 athlete or D1 player, potentially?
Not often at all.
Not often, right? Every single night you're playing a D1 player in OTE. Every single night. It doesn't matter what night it is, you're playing somebody that's going to a D1 program. And sometimes teams like Rolling Loud, they had 7 D1 prospects on their team. So I just go to show you, like, every night you're going to be playing somebody that's going to be going on to the next level.
Right. That team's from California, and the gentleman who went down there who's doing his thing, his social is Just a Mic Media. Let me make sure I'm saying it right, because I want to plug them the wrong way. Just a Mic, just JUSTAMIC Media, MEDIA. Just a Mic Media. Tap into him on Instagram. Check Twitter, see what's there, but it's definitely on Instagram, man. Real good brother, solid brother. Me and Naj went in there cold, approached it. And he was like, yeah, this, boom, 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 like pointing us in the direction. So it's a lot of love down there, man. Like I said, check in, tap in, and yeah, for sure, man. What else we got?
That's one thing I love about Atlanta, man. When you come to Atlanta, people gonna be right. They're gonna show you the right spots and point you in the right directions down here. So one of the reasons why I came to Georgia, man, hospitality is crazy down here, for real.
That's a fact. We do. There are a lot of us here that are originals that haven't fallen succumb to the new Black Hollywood, the new Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of cap in the city, as most know, but there are good folk down there, man. For sure. What else we got on the itinerary, Naj?
Yeah, man, I've seen some big news. Obviously going to talk about the Milton Nike Elite Classic, but I just want to talk about McDonough, man. They kind of slept on, and they actually limited Pace Academy in a big win on the road a couple days ago, man. They actually handed them their first regional loss so far. I don't know what it is with those 2 teams, but they always get the best out of their players. Last year they split as well. You definitely could see that, but they beat them 63-59. A close game between those 2. I think they're gonna play again this Saturday, and that'll be the end of the series. But I mean, just listen to these numbers, man. They held Chatfield 7 for 17. Kyle Green was 4 of 9 in that game. As a team, they shot 46%. McDonough shot 54% from the field. Sayin Green is a player I think everybody needs to start keeping an eye on now. Had 17 points in the game. He really did his thing. Also, Keenan Frazier senior shot 50% from the field. He had a really good game. He had 3 scores in double figures. I think a lot of people were sleeping on McDonough because they replaced 3 of their marquee players from last year. But they have stepped right back up, and I think they're going to be right at the forefront. Most rankings I've seen this week, Rise, Sandy Spills basketball rankings, they were right there, man, at number 1. So I think that says a lot. And this match that they got coming up this weekend is going to be very, very pivotal between these 2 to decide who get that 1 seed come region tournament time.
Well said. Another Green, Emmanuel Green from Cedar Grove. He's been catching a lot of buzz as of late, man. So he's definitely an end to know, been going crazy. A real guard, not a real guard, a guard who's shifty. He's crafty. He's got a deep offensive bag that if you want to show around that Cedar Grove, Ellenwood area, man. He's a guard to see, man. So plugging him, man. But yeah, definitely somebody to know.
No doubt, man. Great point out by you. So yeah, that's what I got. I think 4A is going to be really intriguing. Got Holly Innocence in there. Obviously, we talked about McDonough. We obviously talked about Pace Academy. So 4A, I think, is slept on a little bit, but it's going to be intriguing to see who comes out on top in that classification. I think this year will be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. Since you brought up Holy Innocence, man, we're going to shed some light on Haley Swain, man. She had a mix with Shooter Shoot. He does the mixes, man. She's a dog, bro. She got like somehow she got hit in the nose. Her nose is bleeding. They stopped the game. Obviously, she put some tissues in her nose. and kept hooping, man. It went crazy. So I had to throw that out there, man. Shout out to her pops, and whatever, and everything that do, not just what he does for her, but just for the whole community of training kids, man, and being a positive influence.
No doubt. Yeah, love that. Great story by you, Bacon. So appreciate you pointing that out, man. That's a player to watch for, as Bacon just mentioned as well. I think that was the big news as far as hoops, talking 4A. Obviously, we got to talk about the Milton Classic. As we mentioned, with Ace Bailey dropping 33 on 4 dribbles. Milton, Josh Dixon performed yet again in that game. He had 28.7 boards. So he's been doing his thing. Anthony Giles had 11 points and 10 assists, a double-double in that game. And the second leading scorer was Davinish Bahala with 12. So I thought, man, they played them tough. Milton, obviously, being in 7A right now, I think it's going to be really interesting to see, what they're able to do, man. McKeachers is going to be one of those title contender favorites we talked about in our last show. So them hanging with them tough, coming down to the end, I think they got to speak volumes to the confidence they're going to have come playoff time.
Most definitely. I'm switching over to the girls. There was some girls hoops. I'm pretty sure. I know it was girls hoops at the Nike Elite High School Classic. I'm going to see what Grayson did. I can't remember who they played, but they played McEachin. Grayson beat McEachin by 28. That's tough. Do we have any? No box score, of course. But that's impressive, man. That just shows you what type of the caliber of players they have over there at Grayson, because McEachin is no slouch, man. They always historically have had a solid women's basketball program. They got, what's her name? Khalees Hill, man. She's what is she, like 6? She gotta be at least 6. I know it's the wrong name, but never mind that. They got McKitchen's got they got a nice guard, man. I can't remember her name right now, but she's crafty. She's got a lot of looks right now, man. She's tall. She can beat you off the dribble. Real lanky. She's got to be, just from, I've seen her play, just from remember looking at her, she's got to be at least 5'11", 6 foot. Super crafty, man. Who does she remind me of? She got a little what's her name? Last year, from Brookwood. Not as high as skill. Deanna Collins. She can she's got ability to score the ball. I'm not saying she's the Deanna Collins, but she can get off a little bit. So, but I wish I could remember her name. But yeah, man, that's what I got from the girls who right now from the Nike Elite Classic. I should have did some more homework. Forgive me, y'all.
No doubt. And then last thing, what's just an update on South Carolina hoops? You mentioned, did they pull off the upset tonight? And what's your latest about the Eli Ellis?
It's upset city between. It's 73-57 with 2 minutes to go. It's just they're playing at Colonial Life Arena. So, when you're playing at home, it was a packed out, sold out crowd. You got that energy in there. Talon Cooper was the leading scorer, and what's his name? Michi Johnson. He probably has been going crazy. So, just a bad night. This was a second game for Kentucky's. They got 2 7-footers. I think Bradshaw's a 7-footer. They got another big man who's a 7-footer. I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's like Elise. But, it's just a little something, what I'm saying? I'm a Kentucky fan at heart. Just something, a little bump in the road. I still feel like we're going to go get the natty. Transitioning to Eli Ellis. It was surreal moment in interviewing him, man. He went for 50. The post-game interview, you remember Naj, his leg was cramping up. When he scored 50, you know what I'm saying? He got a little Charlie horse, man. But he's coached by his pops. Who is this? Okay, he was coached by his pops, who was also the head coach for Moravian Prep. You know what I'm saying? It's a family orientation. You can check into their kind of like a little reality show. His documentary, Family Business on Overtime Elite YouTube page. Super cool thing. He said his favorite thing about hooping at OTE, man, is just he gets to make an and one and gets to go dap his younger brother. I think he's got 2 younger brothers, dap his younger brothers up, you know what I'm saying, come back and go crazy. So super chill guy, super down to earth. You can tell he's been around a lot of media, real well spoken. Him and his brother Isaac Eli said he loves what's going on at South Carolina. And as far as the getting AJ DeBonce, another bacon bit, man, to South Carolina. Me personally, I don't know. He just said that AJ just signed a Nike deal. So unless it's a 1-year deal, folks, it's not looking good for the Garnett and Black. But he said he is thinking about South Carolina, but that remains to be seen. It's a wait and see approach. So in terms of his brother Isaac, he's doing his thing. He's dropped 20 points, I think 2 times this season. It's really an Eli Ellis show, man. But his younger brother can't hoop. He's real gritty. He said last year when Eli was at OT, he still at Moravian Prep, that was his time to really, really hunker down, see what he was made of, and he did his thing. So he said just needs to keep improving. Hasn't heard any offers yet. Has a real good relationship with Coach Parrish. Obviously, he's a Duke fan, and ironically, Eli he's a North Carolina fan, but he decided to go with the Gamecocks route. And but yeah, I know you're a Duke fan, Drew. I know you're a North Carolina fan, right?
Yeah. Don't ever say.
Yeah, that's like the Cardinals saying for you, bro. But baby blue might be your color, dog.
That's funny.
Yeah, but he's so stay tuned for Isaac Ellis. Is definitely going to be a name probably next year. That's going to be like, okay, we see the offers coming in. We see, especially when Eli leaves, he might start getting more of an offensive role. We got to see more of his offensive bag on the mainstream. But yeah, man, super good family. Jasheem Felton, another cool dude. Covered him at the Tip Off Classic. In this interview, I need to rewatch the interview and get that out. But Naj, you remember what he said and why he chose Seton Hall? I know he said his coach was a great guard.
I don't know. I'm not paraphrasing, but I'm just trying to remember what he said. But he was talking about just like the love he got. He felt like it was home. Felt like it was like family. Just like I think he was mentioning like the environment. And I think that was like one of the first ones that was high on the before his recruiting started to kind of go up or something. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what he kind of base it around.
Yeah, super good guard. I believe, man, once he gets going offensively, he's tough to stop, man. He gets to the hole, not afraid to get to the contact. But once that Jimmy gets going off the dribble, footwork is tough. So, man, just seeing Felton, man, definitely, we need some more fans to come to the OTE arena when Atlanta teams aren't playing, show them kids some love. But I believe that's it for a 3-man weave. This has been a good one, man. We definitely added some life to this one. Y'all should have enjoyed a little more. It has some tidbits, little nuggets in there, man. But I'll go ahead, Trump. I want to see your finger up, brother. Like you in church.
You forgot about me? I'm part of the 3-man weave too.
Nah, we forgot about you, but I said
I don't know, man. You might be 2-man weave right now, 2 men and a half, man. We need
2 men and a half.
Some something, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can even talk if you want. You can even talk North Carolina hoops, man. We need something.
You can talk about Ian Jackson.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all number 3, like y'all number 3 in the country.
Yeah,
and I know that.
Listen, real quick.
I know that, and I ain't been following college hoop hard like that. Y'all number 3 in the country. Hey, man.
I mean, we usually in the top 10 every year.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
Y'all had some off years, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, listen, when Roy Williams leaves, it happens. You know what I mean? Like you coach.
No.
But
QB is doing his thing, bro.
We're back.
Yeah, upset is
no,
for sure. 79-62, y'all.
Nice. Real quick, I just want to give a quick update on Grayson since the last time we talked. They did play South Gwinnett. In terms of Grayson, it was a closer game. They've been blowing out everybody so often that a 16-point lead was a close game in their standards. So a little bit closer game than normal, still kind of a blowout, but they had a good game. They're actually playing right now as we speak against Newton. I don't have the updates on that because Max Prep do not always do live updates on the games. But right after our next podcast next week, I'll definitely let you guys know how that went and update you guys on that. I do want to give a shout out to one of my Sixers guys over there in Philly, Mr. Joel Embiid, getting 70 points yesterday. 70 points.
Yes.
Not only that he got 70 points, but he did it on Kobe night, which the anniversary of Kobe's 81-point game. He got 70 points. So shout out to Embiid, and I think there was one other player that did this, something close to that, like 61 points or something like that. I forgot exactly who it was. But yeah, man, it was great seeing Embiid being able to do that. You know, I know he's been getting some scrutiny the last couple of years as far as like, you know, his management, his game management, as far as load management. There you go. The load management, you know, worry about his knee. He's been fairly healthy the last, you know, couple of months. So shout out to him. Hope, you know, I'm still rooting for Sixers, even though I'm more of a Nuggets fan, but still, you know, that's my hometown, so I'm looking out for the Sixers. Embiid doing his thing, man. What's his name? Max.
Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey, yes. Tyrese Maxey balling out right now in Philly right now, man. I like the team, man. They're doing great stuff. I believe they're 4th right now, I want to say. So they're doing their thing, bro. Like, this is Sixers Sixers basketball that I like to see, man. And Joel Embiid, man, he's looking like a potential MVP again. MVP. For sure.
Thanks. Tyrese Maxey was also just on $1 million worth of game podcast with Wallow and Gilly. That was a tough interview. Real good insight, man.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no doubt, man. We appreciate it, Jerome. Appreciate the updates, man. That's what we're talking about, man.
I contribute, you know.
Full 3-man weave. This is the first.
Full 3-man weave, not 2.5-man weave. So we appreciate that, brother. We appreciate that. But that's all for hoops, man. We're gonna throw it to Jerome for the wrap up and the conclusion of the show.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Well, guys, thank y'all so much for being in here, man. As always, we have plenty of viewers on Instagram again, Facebook, Twitter, all that great stuff. Everybody that's been checking this out. As always, make sure you comment, like, you know, go on each of our YouTube channels if you have questions, anything you want to put in there. Definitely, you know, put it on YouTube. You can't watch this live, you can watch it later on. Make sure you go on there, look at some of our older our podcasts. Last week we had Aaron Gregory, the #1 athlete in Georgia. So make sure you go check out that podcast. We did that last week. You can see all the clips all over our social medias as well of that. Great stuff. Bacon got some more clips that he wants to bring out as well. So make sure that you guys checking that out on our YouTube channel. All of that is here, as you see. Follow each one of them. You can find them in any one of them, man, and check them out, man. We do some great stuff right here. We got my boys in here doing some fire stuff off the podcast. So make sure you're checking them out as well. Make sure you like and subscribe on all their stuff as well, because, you know, the video content, the interviews, all that, man. These guys are working, man. So shout out to my boys, Bacon and Naj, for doing that. But again, we do appreciate each one of you guys. We're gonna wrap it up with what we got going on this weekend. Where are we gonna be at this weekend? Let's start with you, Bacon. Where you gonna be at?
Home. Right here. I'm doing a lot of. This is a remote week. Man. Hopefully nothing last minute comes up. But I'm really trying to do a remote week, man.
Aquí en mi casa.
En mi casa. Sí.
What about you, now?
Yeah, para mí también. Yeah, I'm staying at the house. For me also. At the crib, at the apartments. Yeah, I'm not doing nothing. I need some sleep. So yeah, no. I'm chilling in me.
You can tell we brothers. We don't like being out in the cold.
Yeah, you know, I don't mind it, but nah, man, it's in the mood right now.
Yeah,
it's crazy because there's a couple of a couple of showcases, football showcases that are going on right now this weekend. I was kind of upset that I won't be going to it. Like I said, I'm going to be preparing for the Senior Bowl. I'm gonna be preparing Sunday. I'll be leaving Monday to actually go down there, and then Tuesday will be all the facilities and stuff like that. I should still be able to get on our podcast next week. I'll play that. We're gonna be live in Mobile, so that's gonna be fire. But I should be on Tuesday night for our podcast here as well. give you some live updates of what I see. That will be right after the practice. So they're gonna have some practice on Tuesday. So I get to tell you what I see and some how the vibe is over there in Mobile. So that's gonna be fun over there. So check us out on Inside the Hashes. Again, we're gonna be having some great interviews. A lot of draft analysis, things like that. Me and the crew's going down there, so it's gonna be some cool stuff. So that's what I'm gonna be doing, man. All Senior Bowl stuff, our annually event that we have. So I can't wait. Love doing it, and this year's gonna be different. Got some talent down there. I don't know if you guys heard. You kind of have Bo Nix down there. Penix is gonna be down there.
Yeah.
What's the other quarterback? Joe Milton's gonna be down there.
Wow.
Whole bunch of Michigan guys, man. My boy Mike Simmerstill. I'm definitely making sure I interview him. That boy got that game-winning pick in the championship, man. So I'm definitely gonna look to have him on as well. But man, it's gonna be a good time, man. And like I said, keep it locked with us, man, for sure. Let's get to our words of wisdom real quick. Oh, you have something, Naj?
Nah, I just wanted to end it. I'm gonna end it a special way. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh yeah. Naj, sorry, Bacon. You usually have some words of wisdom for us. You want to start us off?
Yeah, man. I had a good one this morning. I forgot it, but let's see if I can bring some off the cuff here real quick. Dang, man. I should have wrote this down. It was some fire. But just be persistent. Be persistent, man. Do what you love. Life is not long. Life's not long as you think, man. You be a kid, 16. I feel like I was just 16 the other day, and I'm 26. Then 30s is 40s, and then so forth and so on. But just as much as you work, man, try to make time for your loved ones. That's it, man. Love yourself. Make time for yourself. Meditation is key. But come back to me. Come back to me.
Naj, you got something?
Yeah, man. I just say, trying to see how I preface this. Obviously, you want to be optimistic, right, with stuff, but I just say, like, try to eliminate toxicity from your life. I think that's the big thing, man. It could be a person, it could be a relationship, it could be things that you clamor to, that you need to de-stress from things. Just try to eliminate toxicity, man. I would say, and just, man, focus on your goals, man, whatever that may be, man. Just because somebody tells you no, as Baker said, be persistent. But just because someone tells you no or that you're not good enough, that doesn't mean you're not good enough, right? Try again. And just because you fail at something, right, doesn't mean that you can't do it, right? In failures, there's always lessons. In failure, there is growth. So remember that. In failure, there are lessons. In failure, there is growth. So that could be something you're just not ready yet. You know what I'm saying? At that certain time, but down the future, down the line, a year, 2 years, it could be something different. And last thing, 1 year can change your life.
Yeah.
Just remember that. You could be at this point, this time, January 23rd, 9:08 p.m., 2024, right here in this moment, you could be struggling. A year from now, you could be on a mountaintop of success. So that's how I approach stuff.
For sure. That was great, man. Shout out to you, Dance, my boy, Dan Miller, man. A good brother from East Georgia, man. If I remember your city, I shout it out, but if I remember it, I might say it. But my thing is kind of piggybacking off what Nas said, man. Just pour into somebody, man. You see somebody struggling, don't refrain from giving them a good word, man. There's a lot of people out here that needs a little pick me up, and needs a little something they're going through, man. Just don't be so jaded, you know what I mean? Don't be so like, man, he'll figure it out, or man, he always complaining. And yeah, he's always complaining, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people just need an ear, not a shoulder to cry on, you know what I'm saying? Just an ear, man. So just make time for people and make time for self, man. That's what I got. No, it's not nothing heavy. Or I usually had just something quick, man, for sure. But what you got, Jerome?
Nah, I was just gonna say, it kind of ties a little bit into what you're saying, man. Stay in your own lane. Stay in your own lane, man. ever since Twitter started, man, people just don't stay in their own lane. And I think 90% of the world's problems today is people just don't stay in their own lane. Stay in your own lane. If there's something that somebody's doing, man, let them figure it out. But also, like, you know, have a open heart to go help them out. But don't, you know, stay in your own lane. Like, if that person don't want help, don't leave them alone. Let them do their thing, man. Like, you know, if it's not the right thing and you offered up that help, let them figure it out, man. It's part of life lessons, man. So I would say stay in your own lane, man. Stop being in other people's business, man, and just figure out your own life, man. Because at the end of the day, man, we all have issues, we all have flaws, but we all have to learn from our flaws too. So stay in your own lane. Don't be all in people's business, man, and, you know, judging this person because they doing that, and judging that person because they doing this. In your own lane, man. Tired of it. Sorry. But I had to say it.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. I really like this podcast, man, you know, especially when there's a group like this, because some days, you know what I'm saying, one person's hot, next week another person's hot, the other week the two people's hot and one person's not, or then usually we're all three hot, but tonight, man, these two brothers definitely gave y'all some gems that y'all can digest and y'all can take with y'all, not just for the night, but the rest of y'all weekend and carry with y'all throughout the year and beyond, man. So kudos to y'all brothers for putting these young and older men and younger women and older women and middle-aged women and middle-aged men down on some good game, man. So appreciate y'all. I'm definitely gonna take that with me.
Here, bro.
Bro. It's a little inclusion, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
This game for everybody.
No doubt. But yeah, guys, that's all we got for the night, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the podcast. We will be back. Jerome's going to be live from Mobile, Alabama.
Down in the Gulf, yeah,
for the Senior Bowl, man. But if you do not tune in to us on Tuesday nights at 7:30, then what are you doing? This is the first and foremost podcast.
Well, we keep it. When we give the spiel, we keep it real. Yes. We got to get that next show, guys. Got to get it. 3, 2, 1. First and foremost podcast. We keep it. We keep it real.
We keep it real.
We out of here, folks.
We out.
It's a wrap, bro.
Oh my God.